What's good, my fellow Meta Zero here, and I am bringing you a quick tour of my Season 1 house. I've pretty much maxed it out, and I think I'm ready to share it before I tear this down and start anew, although that might not be till Season 2. But I want to give you a quick tour of what I've built up, the location it's at, some of the defenses I have around my Stardust Purifier, and the plants I've got planted around for the gardening here. But here is the front entrance here coming right in. I have a vending machine and a little cafe area, although I'm not sure how many people actually use the vending machine. I have gotten a couple people I've noticed come by, but it's a pretty quiet neighborhood here, which is maybe actually a good segue into the location here. So this location is in Red Sands, just over the border from Iron River here. The closest teleport tower is right here by Blackfell, so it's in a pretty good location. I'll frequently run a loot route through Blackfell over here to start off the day, and then I actually will run a quick little route through here and then run the Blackfell oil fields really quick. That's kind of my daily routine, are these two spots, so that's one of the reasons I picked it. But the second reason is, see these little black spots, is oil. This place has oil, which is right on a river, so I can, one, harvest oil, which is over here in my defensive glass house over here. This is where I've got my property overlapping some oil right here. So I just have 3 of these pumps pumping up oil for me, and then I refine that into premium fuel eventually. It takes a while, but so that's one of the reasons I picked this location, is it's right on the oil fields. Surprisingly, not a lot of people are parked around here. I do have quite a few neighbors. If you look down the river here, I've got 3 neighbors there, and then actually back behind the house over here is a 4th neighbor, but still not a very busy neighborhood. Everybody's right on the river, which is nice. So let's go in the front door. I'll work our way through the house, then we'll come out and explore the gardens, patio, and I'll go more over the defense there in a minute. This is my garage setup. I actually don't have the large garage unlocked yet. Still just missing a few cipher points to be able to get that unlocked. But once I do, I might swap out the medium garage for a large one there. Coming on into the main house here, I was working on this sort of open courtyard concept here. When I first had my house placed, it was actually over in Iron Sands, right on the border, not too far away, but it was under one of those giant Joshua trees, so that was kind of like hanging right over this big open skybox here in the middle of the house. And then lots of windows, lots of light, lots of glass. I love that steel and glass pack. It's one of the best, I think, buys you can get on the shop right now. All the other aesthetics are nice, but I think this is where you really get the most for your money out of this pack right here. So this is the ground floor, coming into like a little cafe kitchen right over here, where I have a couple fridges and a couple stoves. I don't really do much fermenting, but I have that there just for whenever it tickles my fancy to drink a bottle of ale. Little reading lounge over here. Although I would love to have more of these paintings, I have run out of building. As you can see, I'm at 700 structure, 250 decor. I must have deleted one of my facilities, but I'm at almost 250 of the furniture and facilities, and power generators are maxed as well. So can't fill up my walls any more than they already are, unfortunately. But I thought this was a good little entertainment space underneath up there, which is the lab, the library, whatever you want to call it. Down here on the first floor, I still have also my deviant storage along the wall here. I kind of actually wanted to get them all in this room, but it just was too crowded, so I decided to space them out a bit. This room is a little bit more tailored to meet some of their the likes that they have. If they like blue light, red light, flowers, whatever. If I really wanted to get down and dirty and nerdy on maxing all these out, I could probably rearrange it, but that just feels like a puzzle I don't want to dig into. This is the workshop. Goes out to the garage there. Or the carport, rather. As slow as these things are, I actually thought about throwing another one of these refining facilities in here, but I was starting to get a little bit worried about power. Actually, those both say non-functional. Why do those say non-functional? No power supply. I don't know what's going on there. I'll fix that later. Sometimes it's really... So I try to have all of my power supplies connected to these breaker boxes, and then I connect the breaker boxes to my generators. That way I can more precisely control all of the power in this room. All goes through that breaker box. It's really... I don't really quite understand. Like, these were working fine just the other day. I haven't changed anything. I haven't moved anything. But now they're not connected for some reason. So I'm just going to have to go and redraw a wire. It's really strange. It does that a lot with a lot of my supplies. Maybe it's because my power grid is overloaded and some things are shutting off. I haven't actually tried to tally it up, but I thought I had more than enough power. Okay, so that's pretty much the first floor of the interior here. The deviant room, the workshop, the kitchen, and sort of the lounge. We'll go up here above the kitchen over to the sort of outdoor patio. Deck here runs along the length of the house. Really, this is kind of like an L-shaped house that had an annex built onto it. And then was enclosed on one end with a glass house or a greenhouse. Going around, this is sort of the library, the lab, the drawing room, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, you don't need 4 of these designer workstations, but I love the way they look. It's actually probably my favorite functional piece aesthetically. This one's pretty nice too. The advanced synthesis benches, also a pretty nice looking object. A lot of the models are actually really nice in this. I've been quite impressed with the visuals on a lot of the models. I wish they would expand the decoration limit, because oh my gosh, I could go way more. I love this view out over the courtyard here. You know, that glass wall really makes it feel open, even though it is enclosed. Anywhere you stand, you've got this great open view into the interior of the house, pretty much all the way around. I'll get out to the garden in a minute. Just want to give us a good view all around of the second floor here. I wanted to put a couple sitting chairs right here, kind of overlooking on this little veranda, but again, ran out of furniture. But God, I just love this open courtyard design. Obviously, this wouldn't work in a place that's super rainy. Although, I've lived in countries where we're tropical, and this was a very common house design. Ah, it's beautiful. Probably Southern California would work a little better, though. This is the bedroom. I probably put the most decorations in here. I have not gotten a good bed furniture formula to drop for me, so I'm still using this crappy beginning bed. Ugh, I really want to hopefully get a nice blueprint there. Got a little bathroom over here. Lots of vanity mirrors here. This looks more like it belongs in a kitchen, but I felt like it fit with the other furniture I have in here. Instead of, I do have some whatever that French facility set. I mean, you can have these white full-length closets, but I don't know, it just didn't seem like it fit with the stone and the wood. So that's it for now. We'll see. It'll probably change as I keep getting new formulas. I probably don't even have half the formulas in the game, which is just ridiculous. I'm gonna come up the stairs on the back of the lab here. This, again, originally I had intended for this to be aquariums all the way down this top floor and try to get my collection of fish going, but ran out of decoration spots. Like I said, they could double that for me and I would use them all up. Nice, quiet neighborhood. One of the reasons I like this location as well is the road right up here is a road that. So this road that goes along right here by that teleport tower. This is commonly is where the that bus with legs comes by, and also the cargo scramble event will run right down this road as well. So I'll frequently be able to just pop right over and knock out either one of those with ease at this location. So again, oil on a river, so I can use hydropower right close to a teleport tower, 2 great loot runs, a refinery. And this is an excellent location. I really, really love this spot. I'm surprised more people. Maybe there's better places in the game. This is a pretty quiet server I'm on, so maybe I just got lucky. But this mirror goes down to the first floor deviant room. A lot of times what will happen is whenever I teleport to my settlement here, the settlement beacon is actually down in the greenhouse below me, but a lot of times it will actually spawn me up on the top here, which is fine. I actually kind of like getting spawned up on here. It's a good view coming in. I like this spot quite a lot. There's the bus right there, actually. Hello, bus legs. So I put this in here to just quickly get down to the workshop here, which is where I spend most of the time in between runs to break down whatnot. But this goes back down to these double spiraling staircase, which hits the second floor, and back down into the first floor there. So that is the main villa. And then we'll go out here to the garden. So we've got the greenhouse here. Like I said, this is where it's supposed to spawn me into my territory, but like I said, it's really been spawning me up there lately since the patch. I don't know what that's about. This water facility is really just to put into the barrel and the ice cubes in the refrigerators, so that's what I use this small compact filter for. I tried messing around with the watering systems, the automatic watering system, and I had trouble maintaining water levels with that. Like, it was just constantly watering, even though the plants didn't need the water. It was kind of weird, and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. I don't know. I need to play around with it more. Anyways, I got the really big osmosis water pump, water purifier down here with the 2 water pumps, and this is my main water storage down here. Somehow, some way, this this generator works, even though the river is completely blocked off. Originally, I had all of the water generators inside of here, where they're all protected in case of, during purification. But I upgraded to the advanced water generators, and those guys, for some reason, wouldn't be placed down there. So I put them over on the back side here. I put these gravity traps, no, maybe not gravity traps, I can't remember what traps they are, but around it here and on the back side of the wall over here, but they don't actually ever attack that part of the wall. I'll show you where they attack during purification in just a second. But this is one of my neighbors over there along the river. One of the reasons I like this location as well is because the property actually extends to about almost halfway in the river. So you can see the edge of the property line right there. And so when the enemies spawn from purification, one of the groups spawns right over here, kind of on this back corner. But because it's like in the middle of the river, they don't come straight across towards my property. They'll come like right to the property line right there, and then they'll walk all the way down the property line all the way to the end of the corner here, and then they'll turn towards the land and start coming up to the land over here. I don't know Why? I mean, it's not too deep that they have to swim. This is actually, this is a very shallow river, so they could walk easily across it. There's not like it would be too deep and they have to swim, which is blocking them. I don't really fully understand the mechanics of the spawn mechanics or the AI behaviors of those enemies whenever they are doing purification, but that's that's how it's been working, which I'm pretty happy with, because these guys just kind of pick off that group as they're running along the property line down there. And then the other major spawning point during purification is over here on sort of this corner and this line. Last time I had an elite spawn right here, and then the other elite spawned right here. So both elites spawned along this wall, and almost all groups spawned along this wall right over here, which is great. They basically came in to the wall and started to make a run up towards the shallower area up here where the Stardust Purifier is in here, or Resonator, and it's easy, super easy. I just stand right up here on the bank, pick them off as they come, let the guns take care of them either way. But it works pretty well without taking much damage to the property. So having your back up against some water is I think a really useful thing to do when you're building your property for defense. Here's the last part I'll show you is the actual Star Crom filter here. So I actually have two separate structures. There's the outer wall, and it has two walls and an outer wall of the reinforced concrete, and it's just skinned with the glass. So they've got two layers of defense there. Like I said, those are my oil pumps right here in my oil field. And then there's an inner box, and so the inner box is what has the filter inside. So there's actually three walls, three layers of defense that they have to break through in order to get to the filter. So I have quite a bit of time to run around the property and mop them up and still know that they won't be able to get in here without any worries. This is actually sunk down a little bit lower than the other level, which is nice for when those guys are shooting, because it hits this first layer and doesn't usually reach this back layer because it's a little bit lower down than the other one. So that worked out pretty well there, that this was able to actually go into the ground a bit without any trouble. This is the box for all of my turrets. The power better be on for those guys. I think that it's powered. But that's it, guys. That's the crib. Inside it out. Hope you like it. I've had fun building with this. I'm pretty sure, but I definitely want to check on it, that the blueprints from each season carry over. I don't think you lose them, so you won't have to find all these blueprints again every season. That's my understanding. I really hope that's the case, because it's already hard enough to farm all of these blueprints just to make this, and I know I'm still missing like half of them. But that is my crib and the location. I hope you guys like it. Shout me out in the comments. Let me know what you think. Anything you'd do differently, any upgrades you'd make, or things that you really like the way that I did it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll check you in the next one. Cheers.